this is what I got. We have the Globular Cluster CMQ3 comfortable mod for the Quest 3. Hey, that rhymes. And then we have the Globular Cluster F3, which is a magnetic facial interface for the Quest 3. And on top of that, we have a couple of wider facial pads. So we're going to start with one at a time here. We're going to maybe start with the main product. So let's get to some unboxing. Just going to throw that on the ground. So let's go ahead and pull this out here. It looks like we have some little cushions. We have the strap itself, which, ooh, wow, that's actually nice. This is actually really nice material. You know, this material here actually reminds me of the valve index material. Let me see if I could show you this really quick. Do you see the inside of the material here? This is my valve index, dusty now. Haven't used it in a little while, but it kind of reminds me of the valve index. So we have some manuals. That's kind of cool. They taped some Velcro on the box itself to keep the Velcro in place. So that makes sense. And yeah, this is the head strap. So it seems pretty nice. Let me just expand it a little bit here. And it does have that slide on, what do you call it, connection here. Something I wish there were more that had the snap-on function, but the slide-on function will do just fine. It has a nice smooth connection here. The plastic, it's nice and bendy. You want that because the more flexible the plastics are, the less likely they are to break. The harder the plastic is, the more likely it is to crack, right, under pressure. So you want that. And then you have some extra pads here, which I'd only assume would go right on the front here, which is this part's going to be touching the top of your forehead. And it looks like, of course, they just Velcro right off quite easily, both that front piece and the back piece here as well. And again, you have some extra back pieces here. This is kind of like that, you could see it here. Let's open this. So you have these two different head pieces for the back. This one's kind of just a nice cover. That one could actually just go right over here, and it could cover up the fabric here if you don't want that fabric to get messy or dirty from constantly touching your head. But again, they are removable. You just peel it right off. And if you don't want to use this one, for instance, which is a nice comfy material, you could throw on this guy if you want. And I don't know which way it goes, maybe this way. And it just Velcros right on, like that's it. It's on there. So that'll be very nice actually to use. We'll try that one out. You have this nice top strap as well. It does have a very, very thick cushion that's going to be very nice for the top of your head. And this is the little connection here that will install on your headset. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and read the Globular Cluster guide, and we're going to get this nicely installed. So if you want to see the installation, stay tuned. We'll show you that. Da-da-da-da! So for the facial gasket, we have our facial pads here. Of course, we're going to need a facial gasket to use those, and they sent me a facial gasket as well. So let's get in there. Here's one of our facial gaskets. We have two, and we have three. Look at this design. This is a beautiful facial gasket. It looks like they put so much thought into it. It has little vents here to help alleviate some of that heat. It has a nice magnetic interface, so it's easy to remove and place back on. So these interfaces, they have different thicknesses so that it can fit your face design. You could bring it further away from your face or closer. of course. But yeah, we're just going to use the default one. We'll see how that works. We have 3 different designs here. We have, again, that nice cloth material. We have that nice kind of nylon, very, very smooth and comfy material here. And then, of course, we have our kind of pleather material, which I prefer to use because you can easily wipe it down. But if you want to use these, of course, with everything, it easily comes off. You could throw these right in the wash, or probably not in the wash. You're probably going to want to hand wash these. So you throw them in a nice bowl or bucket with a little bit of soap and give it a nice little bath, and it'll be brand new. So let's go ahead and install one of these. I have too much stuff. So to install the facial gasket, you're just going to slide it right on where the old one would be, and it should snap right into place. Make sure each point kind of snaps in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It just takes a little bit of finicky, or a little bit of adjusting, and once it's snapped into place, you're good to go. And then look at this. There's a nice magnet here, a bunch of little magnets here. Oh, hi Zoe, she's gonna come say hello. Hello. Okay, goodbye. And yeah, you just, boom, pop it right in, just like that, and now you have a beautiful facial gasket. Again, look at this. Do you see these vents up here? That's gonna bring that heat right off of your face and allow you a little bit more comfort there. And look at how dark this area is. You have a very nice facial gasket here. This nose piece is perfect. It's tilted upwards a bit. Let me show you something. This is not a Globular cluster product, but this is another facial gasket. And do you see how the nose pieces come directly at you? Look at the difference. Let me just show you really quick. Look at the difference here. These flaps come directly at you, but the Globular cluster facial gasket has the nose pieces going up a little bit at an arc, and that's how it should be, because that's the way people's noses are. Their noses, you know, if this is coming directly at your nose, it's gonna put pressure on your nose, and that's not good. So very nice design here. They thought it through, and that's going to prevent light leakage, so you shouldn't have any light leakage here. And yeah, it's a beautiful design, very well built. I'm very impressed, honestly. And again, boom, it just easily pops on and off. If you want to use, that's my whoops, my lenses. So it easily pops on and off, and if you want to use a different type of gasket, you could just easily throw that on there, remove it, and go to the next one, right? So look at that. Beautiful. I'm really impressed. This is the best facial gasket and headstrap I've tested and used. I've tried quite a few others. I'll do a little bit of a comparison there, but this is very nice. So if you all have any questions about this, please let me know. I will answer all of them. I'm going to be testing this out, and I should have another video kind of going through a full extended review. I know this was a long video on its own, but this was a bit of an unboxing and installation video. My next video, I'm going to test all of these materials. I'll tell you my thoughts on all of them. Maybe I'll enjoy, here, let's do this. Maybe I'll enjoy this material a little bit more, or this one, or this one. I'll give you my thoughts on the 3 here, so you could choose, you know, which ones you might want to use. And yeah, so far very impressed. This has me excited to use the Quest 3. It's just, it looks like you're gonna put on a pillow on your face. So yeah, very, very, very impressed with this.